Yo, what's good, man? What's up with y'all? Welcome to another episode of Knockout Boxing 86 TV. And we got the TKO debate series coming for y'all again tonight, man. The series is really taking off. I got my brothers loyal to the game, Boxing Talk, in here going up against my brother Get the Smoke. We'll be starting the debate in probably about 10 minutes. I want to get through you guys' comments, recognize everybody that's in the building, and get ready to get this thing started. Let me get my camera going. Be sure to smash the like button as you come in the building, man. I need y'all to hit that like button so YouTube will share this all across multiple platforms and get as many people in here to see this great boxing talk as possible, man. I'm gonna go over the rules for y'all, let you know what to expect, and then we're gonna let these brothers get into it and get their rounds off. Let me get the camera turned on so y'all can see your boy though, real quick. All right, there we go, man. Shout out to y'all. Let's take a sip of water, see who we got in the building. Then we're going to let y'all know what the debate is, what the rules are. And my brother right side, let me know when you're in the building. Right side is going to judge. And I need one more volunteer, bro. I need one more volunteer. Who from the chat has time and is going to be here for the whole entire show and wants to judge this debate for my two good brothers, loyal to the game, Boxing Talk, and my brother Get the Smoke. Remember, no biases when you're judging. You got to be able to explain why you voted for who you voted for. And I see my brother, loyal to the game, Kwame, is already here and ready to go. Stay Dangerous Boxing says that he wants to judge. Oh, no, Stay Dangerous Boxing, I'll let you do it next time. I got my brother, looks like T was the first one to put it in the chat. I seen T first. He's the first one on that list to put it in the chat. So I'm gonna go with the person who said it first. So T, I'm gonna drop the link for you in a minute. I'll drop the link for you and right side in just a minute, bro. Let me see who we got in the building so far. 63 people in here. Smash the like button. 65 now. We're running up the people in the building, but y'all gotta run them likes up too. Let's see who we got in the building. Then we're gonna explain the rules and we're gonna get straight to it. Smoke should be here any minute, man. Let me see who we got. We got Crush in the building. What's up with it, Crush? Salute to you. D-Man Jr. up in this thing. What up, D-Man? Cursor up in the building. What's up with it, Cursor? Josh Sanders up in the building. What up, Josh Sanders? Stay Dangerous Boxing. What's good with you, bro? Bumpy Thompson in the building. My brother T is up in here. What up, T? Who else we got in here? Omega Red. What up, Omega? What's good? Okay, finally I know what the debate topic is. Yeah, I got you, bro. Who else we got in here? Steven Pope Connie in the building. What up, Steven? Salute to you. Appreciate you coming through. My first time seeing you, man. My first time seeing you. Thanks for coming through and checking out the channel. Hope you'll subscribe. DP Rock in the building. What up, DP? Salute to you, bro. Salute to DP. My brother Derek Hartwell. What up, Derek? Salute to you, bro. Who else? We got Daryl Deloach. What's good? Daryl Deloach is in here, man, showing up and showing out. Our Karma always in the building. What up, Our Karma? Salute to you. My brother Kyle from the boxing section in the building. What's up with it, Kyle? Salute to you. AJ64 up in this thing. What up, AJ? Mike Biggs boxing in the building. What up, Mike Biggs? What's good with you? Who else we got? Yeah, Cursor, right. Y'all get the likes. Swat Jones in the building. What up, Swat? Flawless Mentality. What up, Dr. Mark? Salute to you, bro. 817. I don't mean to call you, bro. Salute to you, OG, Dr. Mark. What up, Dr. Mark? Batman Forever, aka my brother 817 in the building. What up, 817? I already know you going for Kwame. You be voting all biased and shit. Just because you don't like Bud, you vote against Bud every goddamn round. If my brother Smoke get up here cooking, right? That's why your ass can't never be a judge if it's a Terence Crawford topic, bro. If your ass is if you gonna be a judge, I gotta find an unbiased topic for you, 817, because you can't judge a Terence Crawford topic. DJ Black Charm Music, what up, bro? Salute to you. R West in this thing. What up, R West? Tyrese Bowie, what up, Tyrese? Salute to you. Big Texas ATX, Cletus Smith, Tremont George in the building. Donnie Side in the building. I'm gonna move it a little bit faster, y'all. So I ain't gonna highlight everybody, but I will acknowledge you. William Old School, Mike Rhyme. Who else we got in the building? BH up in here. What up, BH? My brother Goon, T Bibbs 100. Y'all go sub to him. Boxing debates with the Goon over there. Got to get you on the stage, bro. Got to get you on the stage, fam. Who else we got? D Free boxing matchups with Dwayne Freeman, Southern T, members of the TWT, the winning team up in the building. Y'all go subscribe to them. They doing great work over there. Dub Right Side in here. He'll be one of our judges, and we're gonna have T as the judge as well. That way, I just get to moderate. I don't have to moderate and take notes and judge. So I appreciate my brothers coming up here to help me out. Dominique in the building. What up? Money Brown TV in the building. My brother Money got a big debate coming up against my other brother Key Everything Boxing August 31st. Is Adrian Broner a Hall of Fame fighter? They're going to be debating that shit. Curtis Sewell, what's up with it, man? Salute to you. Chef Sosa, I see you. My beautiful, beautiful wife. Thank you, baby, for letting us go live tonight before we go on our trip tomorrow. Old Dirty Vape in the building. Salute to you, Old Dirty Vape. Who else we got? Leon. What up, Leon? Salute, bro. Salute to you, big dog. Brandon House in the building. What up, Brandon? Kevin Carey up in here. A1 Hoops on. What's popping? A1. Y'all go sub to my brother A1 and Money, of course. Subscribe to all these brothers with channels. Dub Right Side. Everybody that got a channel, man. Y'all go support them. Who else we got? Land of the 216 in the building. What's good? Don Dada up in here to be the contrarian. You know what I'm saying? To do his thing and piss some people off in the chat. YGB22, what's up with you? I think we got Mr. Mechanical. I believe I spoke, but again, salute to you. Teach, what's up, Teach? Salute to my brother Teach in the building. I think Seen and Unseen Boxing. What's up with you, bro? Let's see. And I think we're good. If you come in the building, man, I apologize. Let me drop the link. This link is for Right Side, and this link is for Smoke, and this link is for T only. Right Side, T, and Smoke are the only ones I need to hit the link. Drink more water. Money is arguing in favor of AB. Everything Boxes is arguing against AB. And shout out my brother Drink. If you guys want to super chat or donate to the channel, we got the Cash App right there, and we got the super chat button. If you if you so choose. If not, at least smash the like button. I can see y'all short right now. 100 people in the building, 66 likes. We short 34 likes. So please get the likes up so we can get going. Now let me explain the rules to y'all. Then we're gonna get it popping. We're gonna bring people up here and introduce them. You know what I'm saying, and get this thing popping, man. So first and foremost, man, rules of the debate: 3-round debate, 10 minutes for your opening round, 5 minutes for your rebuttal. Okay, no talking while the other person is talking. We got 3 rounds. The topics that we will be covering are this as follows. It's a Jaron Boots Ennis Terence Bud Crawford debate. Who is the better switch hitter would be round 1. Was Team Boots correct about Bud when they said he's not a true switch hitter? And then the last round, who has more tools in their toolbox when it comes to this boxing shit? That is what they will be debating. And of course, we got the mystery bonus round that I have come up with that nobody knows about. Both contestants can confirm that they know nothing about what will be asked of them. Let me bring one of my judges up here first that is in the building, my brother Right Side. Right Side, what's up, man?
What up, KO? What up, man? How you feeling tonight?
Chilling, bro. Chilling. I'm ready for a great debate, man. Ready for a great debate. How you doing?
Hey, man, I'm good, man. I'm excited, man. I think we got 2 heavy hitters, man. I think both of them gonna come with some smoke. So I'm interested. I'm really interested. I got my notepad ready, so we'll see what happens.
Already. We waiting on my brother TT. Come on up here, bro. Come on up here. I might have to go to D free, man. You got a couple of minutes. Come on up. We got to get this thing started, bro. Oh, there you go. There you go. Let me get T up in the building. T, what up?
What's good? What's good, nigga?
Chilling, man. Chilling, man. What you expect from this? What you expect from this debate tonight, man? Terence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? Jaron Ennis, man. What you got?
I seen the title best switch hit. I mean this should be it should be interesting. You know, both guys get so much, credit for being, they're great switch hitting. So it should be interesting to see, how the sides, express their thoughts and opinions on this. But I had to come join this thing. This is an interesting topic. You don't see this too often. I noticed something too, Bud Crawford been in here like, man, damn near every other week since the first week. Shit, since we had the first episode, we had what 3 Bud topics so far. Let me find out.
Yeah, and they was all Bud. They was all Bud and Spencer. I'm glad this was gonna be Bud and Boots. The thing is though, bro, like he say what you want about him. Some people don't like him. Some people are huge fans of his, but bro, like he popping. Like you can say what you want, but he is popping, bro. When he is the topic, people show up. You know what I'm saying? People love to talk about Bud, whether you love him, hate him. You know what I'm saying? He's somebody that the fans really like talking about. So I don't really pick the topics. Kwame came to me and said, "Look, man, I want to debate. He wanted to debate, and I'm gonna go ahead and bring Kwame up here. Smoke is on his way. Kwame hit me up and he said, I want to debate either Derrick James versus Bomac, or I want to debate Boots versus Terence Bud Crawford. And so shit, I just go off of what people tell me that they want to test and sit here. Kwame, what's up, bro?
Man, we in the building, man. We ready for war, man.
We Already, man. I just when y'all see me on the phone, I was talking to Smoke. He pulling up right now, so he should be in here in any moment, and we'll get started, bro.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
So what type of performance? What type of performance you gonna put on tonight, man? What you got for the people, bro?
The same type of performance that Boots will put on if he fight Bud. It'd be a fucking clean knockout. It won't even go to the cards. It won't even go to the cards. It's gonna be some stinky leg shit.
Already, damn, bro, that's crazy, man. So you saying, are you gonna win every round, bro?
I don't see why I shouldn't. Matter of fact, let me get into war mode.
Oh, okay. He got the damn avatar. God damn.
I like when they come in fire and knock out. That's how you supposed to come in. I like when they come in fire.
Yeah, I like that shit too. Real quick, while we waiting on Smoke, I got a couple of videos uploading, but I just wanted to tell, you know what I'm saying, Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia, man, we about tired of seeing y'all talk on social media so much, bro. Like we really getting tired of that shit, man. Like y'all need to get in the ring and y'all need to fight and y'all need to get it popping, bro. Because at the end of the day, man, like all this talking and going back and forth. Oh, there goes Smoke right there. All this talking and going back and forth, bro. I ain't with that shit, especially if you Tank. He just really was talking shit to Ryan on Twitter and shit to try to make it seem like that first tweet wasn't about AB. That's really all the fuck he doing. Like he think people don't see that shit, but I see it all day long. Because if you was talking about Ryan the whole time, why would you delete the first tweet? Like you talk shit to Ryan all the time, so why would that be something that you would delete if, you know what I'm saying, you wasn't talking about AB, bro? So I think he just covering the shit up, trying to now go at Ryan and what Ryan talking about, all because he know he stepped out of pocket when he talked about Adrian Broner the way that he did in that first initial tweet.
And
what you got right side on there, bro?
If he was talking about Ryan Garcia, he would have been said all of this. The stuff with Ryan and mental health, it happened much further in the past. You know what I'm saying? And with this being the hot topic of the week so far, AB, man, we know what you was talking about, bro. All I say is, if you're gonna say it, man, come out, stand on your word, stand on your square. You know what I'm saying? Don't stop all this. I'm a tweet it, then delete the tweet, then I gotta go explain the tweet, and stop all of that, man. You said it. It is what it is, bro.
It's pinned up there, Smoke. It's up there, bro. Go ahead and hop on so we can get this party started, brother. I can drop it again if you need it. Just let me know if you need it again, bro.
Seem like a true Terence Crawford fan trying to come to the fight at the last minute. Last minute.
Don't do him like that, man.
He signed the contract
He
late.
got the time. He got the time. In his defense, he got the time zones mixed up and shit. But he here, bro. He here. He ready. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta live up to his name and come get the smoke.
Oh, he coming. Smoke. Now say what you want about Smoke. Smoke ain't never duck. He ain't duck no.
Smoke gonna come get the smoke.
Yeah, he ain't gonna duck no debate. I promise you that. But Smoke, you is kind of on. You kind of on a different type of time right now, bro. Everybody waiting on you. Got 121 people just waiting on Smoke.
Sound like
I'm gonna drop the link again.
See,
came in the chat asking for a link, so he getting it together.
This is the shit I'm talking about. Knockout. See, when
there you go. I'm gonna let him take up for himself. Smoke, I told him you were coming. They trying to act like you might duck this fade. Smoke.
Hold up. Let me mute the thing. Hold up.
This is shit I'm talking about. He acting just like Crawford. He can't find his ESPN link. They can't find ESPN Plus.
Smoke, go ahead and talk to him real quick before we get started. Talk your shit a little bit, because they trying to go in on you, bro.
Well, welcome to the Bay, where I'm 2 hours behind you guys. And I was when I heard 7:45, I was thinking my time, not your time. Sorry. That's all. We CPT, California People Time. That's what's up.
All right. That's what's up. All right, look, man, we done wasted enough time. We done did enough shit talking. We about to get straight into it, bro. I'm finna share my screen. We gonna do the coin flip. Which one of you brothers want to call it in the air, man?
I don't give a damn. If you want to go first, you can. If you want me to go first, I will.
It don't matter to me.
Okay, then go ahead. You can call it.
All right, I'm about to hold on. I'm sharing it right now. We should be good. All right, can everybody let me make this shit big? All right, can everybody see the coin?
Yeah, I'll go ahead.
All right. Go ahead. You got heads. I'm flipping it right now. It is heads. Kwame, who going first, man?
Smoker go first.
I bet. So first topic, who is the better switch hitter? Smoke, you got 10 minutes to cook. It's on you, brother. Go ahead and do your thing. You chopping up real bad, Smoke. Smoke, you there?
Here we go. I'll go first if he need to get his connection together.
No, I think you good. Smoke, are you there? If you there, bro, we can't hear you at all.
Can you hear me now? How am I doing now?
Yeah,
there you go.
Still
there
now?
You go. Do your thing. It's on you.
Yeah, you good.
Yeah,
okay,
you good now, bro. You got 10 minutes.
Right.
Who is the better switch hitter? You arguing for Terence Crawford? Go ahead and lay down your demo, bro. Talk your shit.
All right, that's what's up. Here, let me put on the thing so you guys can see me. I don't know if you can see. Well, you know what? Let me do it like this so you can take a look at this California bear all up in your air. All right. So what are we talking about? Fucking Terence Crawford and Bruce Ennis, who's the best switch hitter? Well, I mean.
Oh boy.
So this is rare. How about
you chop? You good right now, but you keep chopping. But you good right now.
Give me a second. Yeah, give me a second.
I could go first till he get his connection together. We hold.
All right, so we gonna
go ahead.
We're gonna switch it up. Kwame, you go ahead and go first. You got 10 minutes. Smoke, get it together, Smoke, so you can cook, bro. But go ahead, Kwame. It's on you. Why is Jaron Boots in the switch hitter, man? Talk your shit.
I mean, it's a very simple argument, right? This is a simple argument, right? Well, first off, Boots Ennis is a completely different pedigree of fighter than Terence Bud Crawford, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because Boots Ennis, just like Floyd Money Mayweather, grew up as a boxing kid and was in the gym since 2 years old. He had two brothers who boxed professionally. They were both, if I'm correct, Pooh and Farrar Ennis, both had winning records. Both of these guys were ranked in different sanctioning bodies. I believe one was the IBF, one might have been the WBC. Pooh Ennis was 24-5. Farrar was 22-2. These guys were taught by their father, Bosie Ennis. Now, if anyone listened to Bosie Ennis's story, it's a true Philly story. Bozy Ennis said he was a great street fighter, and he went into the boxing. He went to start to box because there was niggas that used to come out of jail and they wanted to fight. And I live in Philly, and I know what that's like. And when he used to beat niggas' asses with his right hand because he didn't know how to box. And most people who fight, if you're not schooled, most people who fight with their strongest hand in the front, which is their right hand. Bozy Ennis decided to go to the gym just to learn how to use his left hand, right? So he mastered his right side and he mastered his left side, all right? So this is something that he passed down to his children because Bozy Ennis is a teacher of the sweet science. And even when you look at, shout out to my guy YSM Sports Media, when you look at any of the clips that are going on and the videos that are going on inside of that gym, Bozy is teaching. He's teaching drills. He does all the things that a great teacher does. He teaches. Unlike Bomac, who when Terence Crawford was coming up in the gym, Terence Crawford even said that they used to tell him to just stay orthodox. So they never was really teaching him how to do that. They were trying to hinder him how to be a switch hitter. These are all facts and interviews. Bozy Ennis learned for himself. He taught his two sons. And guess what? The youngest son, like Jaron Ennis, who wanted to be just like his big brothers. And we all know that's how it kind of goes when you a big brother, you got little brothers like Jamel Charlo and Maul Charlo. The little brother always wants to be better than the big brothers. And the other great thing about being the little brother is that the teacher, the dad, had more time to teach, more experience as a teacher, more time to perfect his craft to show his son, Jaron Ennis, how to be a switch hitter. Now, let's look at what's going on in the ring when these guys fight. Let's start with Terence Bud Crawford. Quick, easy breakdown. Terence Crawford was called the switch hitter because he's a very skillful fighter. He has a lot of great foot movement. He's an excellent fighter. Has good power. But he was in there consistently with guys who weren't as athletic as he is. And most guys that he fought weren't black and athletic. I think the best black athletic fighter he fought might have been Hank Lundy, somebody who's smaller than him, somebody who's I don't want to call him a midget, but compared to him, small and he has an advantage in reach. Now, he'll fight a guy in the orthodox stance for a while, and then the guys are normally scoring punches on him, and then he'll go southpaw, and then he'll wind up knocking him out, most likely, or beating him, or stopping him. But you always know who a person is in a worse situation. Like Mike Tyson says, everyone has a plan till they get punched in the face. And when Terence Crawford got punched in the face by Gamboa, he was orthodox. And when his knees buckled like Bambi, he switched into southpaw when he wasn't coherent. Because that's really what he is a southpaw, right? The guy is he's a well-disciplined fighter, lives a fighter's lifestyle, works hard, and has become a pretty decent boxer as just a boxer all around. But let's take a look at the Kell Brook fight really quick. Well, Kell Brook went in there, and we know that Kell Brook normally has a lot of success against good fighters in the beginning of fights. Triple G, it took Kell Brook to go in there and do that to Triple G for Danny Jacobs to get in there and people to get confidence. Kell Brook fought against Errol Spence, had great success in the beginning. And how did he have that great success? With his jab. What did he do to Errol Spence? He was countering Errol Spence's jab, which is Errol Spence's best weapon and how he sets up punches. Right? Errol Spence made adjustments to that. Terence Crawford, however, when he fought Kell Brook, his eye was getting ready to get shut in 3 rounds while he was orthodox. And you know why I'm bringing that up? Because as an orthodox fighter, he cannot even parry a jab. He cannot make an adjustment to even get away from a jab? Why did he only throw 20? Why did he only land 20 punches against Sean Porter in 5 rounds, according to CompuBox? Because Sean Porter was herky-jerky and Sean Porter was jabbing. And Sean Porter, all the rounds were close while Sean Porter was jabbing until he started swinging like a wild man. So we see when this guy, Terence Crawford, deals with a jab as an orthodox fighter, his activity goes down and his eyes start to swell up and his defense is suspect. And what he will do is that he'll go southpaw because he's a very athletic fighter. He's a good fighter. And that is the strongest place where he's at. But let's take a look at Jaron Ennis. We can look at a lot of different things. Jaron Ennis, when you watch him, his arsenal is just insane. But let's just talk about his jab. Let's just talk about his jab. Jaron Ennis has a 74-inch arm reach. He moves his feet a lot better from both sides, has more movement, and sets up shit off of his jab, right? And not only does he set shit up off of his jab from the orthodox, he also does it as a southpaw. He also has the same defense as a southpaw. So we talk about switch hitting, it's the sweet science. It's hit and not get hit. He also has more legs than Terence Crawford does at this point in time in his career. He's 24. Terence Crawford is 35 or going on 35. It's about a decade in between them. So when I look at both of these guys, I see a complete fighter who, from a talent perspective, when I'm talking about Jaron Ennis, I see a complete fighter from a talent perspective in both stances. While I see another fighter who is not a complete fighter as an orthodox. And we take a look at all his fights, Mean Machine, chin checked, orthodox, goes southpaw. Sean Porter, can't get the timing, goes southpaw. When you're a complete switch hitter, like i.e. a Marvin Hagler or a Jaron Ennis, you go southpaw and orthodox during the fight, not for whole rounds, and it's natural for you. It's a natural thing for you to do. It's not something that you say, okay, shit ain't working over here, let me go over here. That's not a true switch hitter. A true switch hitter is somebody where it's so natural, they don't even know when they're doing it. And trust me, by the looks of Terence Crawford's eye in the 3rd round of the Kell Brook fight, best believe he knew what stance he was getting ready to go into. Because if it would have kept going that way, his eye might have been on the floor. I digress.
All right, cool, man. Good first round from Kwame. Let's go to Smoke. Smoke, you got everything ready, man? You ready to cook? Uh-oh. Smoke, you there? You on mute if you talking. And Kwame, while he coming off mute, just to let you know, bro, you still had about 45 seconds left, bro, on your 10-minute time.
I stopped a good
yes,
time.
Sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Yeah.
There he is. There's the Smoke, Lord. Smoke. You got people. You got people nervous, bro. I never doubted you, bro. I knew you was coming through, man.
Oh yeah. I keep people nervous.
Yeah.
So
yeah, but it's on you, man. Round 1, you got 10 minutes. Go ahead and cook. Who's the better switch hitter? Go ahead and make your argument for Terence Crawford. Then we'll get into rebuttals. It's on you, bro. Everybody quiet. Let's Smoke cook.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, none of that stuff that he talked about had anything to do with who's a better switch hitter. Like, that's first off. But let me tell you why Terence Crawford is the better switch hitter, right? They both are, to me, you're talking about the 2 best switch hitters active right now.
Hey, Smoke, if you don't mind, bro, if that's you playing music, can you turn the music off, bro? So they can hear you better.
I'm sorry. Yeah, that's Welcome to the West. I'm sorry. That's hold up a second. Hold up. Let me give me.
You're trying to hypnotize people, Smoke.
Nah, man. It is what it is. I'm just trying to tell you what the switch is all about, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to mash the shit up.
It got louder. The music is louder, bro.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good. I'm gonna turn it off. There we go. So
All right, I paused your time. It's on you, bro. Go ahead. I paused you, but
no,
you can
it's
go
all
ahead
good.
and go.
Yeah. So when speaking about these two guys, you're talking about, two of the best active guys right now, right? Like you're talking about the two best switch hitters that are active in the sport. The difference is one of them is one of the best that ever did it, and another guy is an up and coming. He's a good talent. He's a rising talent. He's the future, right? But we're talking about right now as of 2022. They both actually use this switch in the traditional. So there's two ways for the switch to be effective, right? It's really good for two things. You get to give you another angle, right? To work the angles, to confuse your opponent, and also for defense, right? So those two things, they both do very well. Boots does excellently. Bud does excellently. What Bud does that Boots doesn't do is he can shift and switch. And that means he can do the switch while he's throwing combinations. So what he does is he shifts or he switches for the most advantageous punch in the situation, not just whether because he started off southpaw or he started off orthodox. That's irrelevant. Like the high point, like my man mentioned Marvin Hagler. That's what Marvin Hagler would do. That's what the best who ever did it would do. That's where the Willie Peps come in. That's where the Mike Tysons come in. Is the ability to not just give your guy a different look to confuse him, but to be able to get the most leverage in a situation, whether or not you're orthodox or southpaw. You're not limited to a particular stance when the situation arises. And that's the difference between Bud's his switching and Boots Ennis switching. That's one difference. That's one huge difference. But that's the technical difference. But my man said a whole bunch of stuff, and like I said, it didn't have really anything to do with who's the better southpaw. But I feel like I'd be remiss if I didn't actually address his points. So, why he was saying that why he was saying Boots is a better southpaw is because a pedigree. And the example that he gave us for this pedigree is Floyd Mayweather. As if Bozy Ennis is anything like Roger Mayweather or Floyd Mayweather Sr. Like these are totally two different pedigree. Like if pedigree is the issue, then Floyd Mayweather, like Boots Ennis, is not in anywhere near shape for it. Like all you did was mention a guy whose dad and brothers fought. Cool. That's cool. That's nice. That doesn't mean that Boots. First off, what kind of switch hitters were they? Like you didn't even say, like, it's not like these are the best switch hitters that ever did it. So they like imparted their grandiose knowledge down to the next generation. Like you just talked about a dude that was like famous in your city. Like, and shout out to Philadelphia because it has a great fighting tradition with excellent fighters that, gym wars, and you may not get the same kind of like push once you get to your shot. And maybe guys like left their best in the gyms and all that stuff. But like if you're talking about pedigree, just because your guy was a legend in the Philadelphia gym doesn't mean that your son is now a better switch hitter than one of the best who ever laced him up. Like, stop it. But that's just to the pedigree part of it. Another point he said was Bomac hinders while Bozy teaches. That may be the case. And Bozy may even be a better both fighter and coach than Bomac. The issue is Terence Crawford has 3 coaches, not just one, and none of them are switch hit. Like, doesn't even matter because it's Terence Crawford's skills we're talking about, not the coach's skills or the coach's ability to impart those skills. We're talking about what we see, right? We're talking about what happens in the ring. We're talking about the results. We're talking empirical knowledge, what the judges say and who gets the W. And we're also talking about our subjective knowledge, right? Like what we see in the rings. None of that shit has anything to do with what your dad did. Nothing at all. Anyway, I'm gonna keep pushing it. You said another thing you were saying was that that Bud has not faced any black fighters, as if that is also another metric of whether or not you're a better switch hitter or not. I would submit that what a better metric is whether or not you face champions, right? So, like, what is your switch hitting done on the highest level? Not what you've done against the number 4 guy from Kazakhstan, but like against a champion, against multiple champions, like in multiple weight classes. What's your switch hitting do for you there? And what we see is it's not only has he used it to confuse guys, give them different looks, also exploit weaknesses. We also see them use it for defense. And most importantly, like I said, like the Marvin Hagler that you've referenced, we've also seen this guy use it in mid-combination in order to become a champion, a unified champion, an undisputed champion, a 1, 2, 3 division champion, all of it. In the same in those fights, you can see all the elements of switch hitting that are available to a fighter, right? So the other part of it, right? Let me keep on moving. He said he couldn't deal with Brooks' jab, so he can't fight orthodox, I think is the issue. I don't know if that means you're a better switcher or not a better switcher. I'm not a better switch hitter or not a better switch hitter, but I will say this: Kell Brook had one of the best fucking jabs in the welterweight division. And so did Errol Spence. So the fact that Errol Spence had problem with Kell Brook's jab is no detriment. Like, that doesn't mean anything, especially given the fact that Boots Ennis hasn't fought anybody on the level of a Kell Brook or an Errol Spence. So I'm not sure how referencing that guy and Bud's troubles with that guy has anything to do with Boots being a better switch hitter. If anything, what that shows that, again, like I said, to reiterate, Bud has been in there with tougher competition to show his switch hitting skills at the highest stage, right? He's not in there doing whatever the hell he can because he's fighting the number 32 guy in Mexico. But anyway, let me keep pushing. And sorry, moderator, time check.
You got 2 minutes and 8 seconds. I'm counting. Go ahead. What's up.
Right. So now we get into the better switch hitter because he's younger. Yeah, there's a lot of people who are younger. Like Sonny Edwards is younger than him. He's not a better switch hitter. El Rey is younger than him. He's not a better switch hitter. Like your age actually has nothing to do with your ability to switch hit. He does have better legs, but since he's an out fighter and he switches from the outside and he uses either he does it on the ropes or when he's backing up, doesn't really matter how old you are. An old man can do that. So anyway, it's moving on. Let's see. And then he's talking about what he saw from Bud, vis-a-vis Green Machine and Porter. Green Machine, mandatory, knockouts, but worked his way into the mandatory position WBO. And Porter, a 2-time champion, in trying for his 3rd time at welterweight. Again, I'm not quite sure how you are so critical of Bud's performance against the elite competition in the division when the guy you're saying is better than Bud has only proved it in his toughest fight is either against a guy whose best work was at 140 or a guy who yeah, actually both of them. Doesn't matter. Yeah, 2 guys who best work was at 140. Yeah, I'm not quite sure where you're getting this because you saw Bud struggle against the best in the division, then that means Boots is better. Yeah, maybe you can square that circle for us in the rebut, but right now I'm a little bit lost. Yeah, as far as Boots being Hagler, bro, if for order to be Hagler, then you're gonna have to do that gazelle punch and land on your lead leg. You're gonna have to learn how to shift and switch. You're gonna have to learn how to do a whole lot of
smoke. There's time, Smoke. All right, Kwame, rebuttal. You got 5 minutes to rebuttal everything you heard Smoke said. Then he gonna have 5 minutes to rebuttal you. Sure. And that's the end of the first round. It's on you, Kwame. And I got everybody up here that got channels. I'm gonna put Smoke in here too, but Smoke just love to go around and debating people. He don't really drop content, but we're gonna put his channel in there too, since he's taking time to come up here and give us his time to debate for us today. But everybody that does make content, their channels are in the link in the chat right now. I'm gonna highlight all of them as Kwame is spitting his rebuttal. Please go subscribe to these channels. We have to help them grow, because this is how we get people to want to come up here. T is very busy. T is always live. He always doing something, robbing the bookie, dropping predictions, going live, having shows. He's taking time away from that to come up here and judge for us. So let's do him the solid of subscribing to his channel and checking out his content if you haven't already. Same with Dub Right Side. He got Rocking with Right Side. He got open panels late at night while I'm sleeping shit. So subscribe to him, because again, he's taking time away to judge these debates for us. And then Kwame, of course, from Loyal to the Game Boxing Talk, he too is taking time away from his family, taking time away from what he got going on to come up here and debate with us for an hour and a half and 2 hours. So please, if we want more people, if you want more debates, if you really like the content, you got to show that you like it by hitting that like button. I see right now I got 184 people in here with 125 likes. That means 59 people ain't hit the like button yet. So please hit the like button, and you got to subscribe to the people that are taking the time to be up here and participate. But that's all I got. I'm moving to the side. Kwame, 5 minutes. Your rebuttal from Smoke first round. Your 5 minutes start right now. Go ahead and cook, brother.
That's what's up. You guys can hear me clear?
Yes, sir. Do your thing.
Perfect. All right. So I just want to ask the chat and the judges a question really quick.
They can't respond to you, but you can do
No.
it.
You guys don't need to respond, but I'm just saying. I'm gonna ask you guys a question. What isn't this debate or the first topic about who's the better switch hitter? This man, all he did was just rebut everything I said, because he has no type of knowledge or looking at film, and he's going to what all Terence Crawford fans do is talk about accolades and championship and all this stuff. That's not what it's about. It's about who switched his best. So let me clear some things up for you. Number one, I brought up Floyd Mayweather and Bozy Ennis just to show in terms of pedigree. Some guys fight and pick it up late, like an Earl Spence at 15. Some guys are born in the gym. Their families are that's pedigree. They're born in the gym. The Russell brothers, they're born in the gym. That's what pedigree is about. Okay? And one guy I know, had talent, was a guy who just knows how to fight and was admitted a knucklehead and left the gym for years and then came back. Listen, Jaron Ennis' family had him in the gym from young. He never left the gym. And his father initially learned how to box by learning and mastering both sides. Something that he was able to sit there, hone his skills, and give him his knowledge. And again, why I brought up the brothers again, so it'll make more sense to you, is that not only did Bozy do that for Boots, he did it to Farah first, Pooh second, and then from him getting all that experience with those guys, he's given the best of himself to Boots because he's older, he's more experienced. Just like if you're a father at 15 or you're a father at 35. Normally you've matured more. At 35, you're a way better father. So he's a way better teacher. You can't put that against somebody who was getting knocked out themselves as a trainer, eating hamburgers and telling you not to even fight and switch, stay one side. So one guy just by default in time is gonna have more skills and more wherewithal on how to be a switch hitter. Number two, you're talking about Bud Crawford switching in between. Show me the film. Name the fight. Because every fight we've been seeing is he fights in one stance and then he fights in the other. He's not going back and forth. But if you look at the Sergey Lipnis fight, Boots started as an orthodox. He punished him as a southpaw, and he knocked him out as a southpaw. But it wasn't because he had to get away from something Lipnis was throwing that he couldn't stop. And part of being better is not just by the punches you throw, it's also by how you can defend on both sides. That's part of being a switch hitter. Defense, because this is sweet science of boxing. So let's not forget about that. And then when you want to talk about in terms of, because we're not talking about accolades because Boots hasn't got a title shot yet. But we'll say this though, Jaron Boots Ennis, if we want to talk about who's the better switch hitter, he's 29-0 with 27 knockouts, one no contest to a guy who was about to get knocked out. It looked like probably the second round, and Van Herden. higher KO percentage. Okay? And with Terence Crawford for Prescott, he was I believe he was 19-0 with 15 knockouts. He already had 2 less knockouts than Boots. Already. So if we want to talk about these things, let's talk about the film, let's talk about the fighting. Not about his accolades, because this ain't about accolades. This argument is about who is the best switch hitter. And don't use my material to dissect. Come up with your own material. I digress.
All right, that's it. You had 50 seconds left in case you're counting and trying to keep track of your time. All right, Smoke, rebuttal. You got 5 minutes, man. Everything you heard Kwame say, go ahead and rebuttal. It's on you. 5 minutes starts as soon as you start talking, bro.
All right. I guess I didn't get the rule where I couldn't dissect the bullshit that comes out your mouth, but okay. That's it. But okay. Let's start with rebut the rebut, right? Maybe you missed it, but the reason why I said Bud was better than Boots is because he switches just like Boots. He goes orthodox, he goes neutral or square, and then he also switches southpaw to confuse and also to create angles and for defense, the same way that Boots does. What he does that Boots doesn't do is, like I said, he switches on the shift. And he does that mid combination. The way he ended the round 1 in the Mir Khan fight, or the way he dropped Molina. Like, listen, I can't do your homework for you, but what we're talking about, your eyes, and apologies. I did get the time zones mixed up. I thought I had a couple more hours, but there's no because of how fast this debate came up, I couldn't do all the clips and then have it go through the YouTube and see if you're going to get flagged for it. So I'll just tell you different points where it happened. My plan was to have some timestamps for when this came up. But I hopefully just these 2 references are enough for you to understand that at least he's done it twice, where we haven't seen Boots do that shit at all. Anyway, let's keep it pushing. You saying the reason why, again, you the pedigree thing and being a teacher, even if I were to grant you if I was to concede to you something you have not proven that Bozy is a better teacher than Bomac, even if I were to grant you that still doesn't mean that Boots is a better switch hitter than Bud. I don't understand where these leaps of logic you're making. Like I'm saying, I'm sticking to the subject of why Terence Crawford is better. To reiterate, because he does what Boots does, but he does what Boots doesn't do. Not only that, he does it at a higher level. When I was talking about accolades, I'm talking about quality of opposition, stakes, not just achievements. So while you might be a little bit insecure and triggered because your guy has none, that's not really what I'm referring to. Okay, so I think that's it. I think I covered everything. Unless you still are confused as to why I think Bud and why I've laid out the case for Bud being a better switch hitter than Boots.
Okay, is that it, Smoke? You got 2 minutes.
Yeah, I'll leave it there. All right, actually, what's my time?
You got 2 minutes left.
Oh, okay, cool. All right.
There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with y'all cutting y'all time short too, by the way.
Yeah, so this is not really a rebuttal.
I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, no, that's cool. The rebuttal is easy work. That dude ain't coming with nothing, but he's from Philly and feels some kind of way. But let me just tell you something about the way that Boots switch hits. If you're very schooled in how to fight an orthodox and a lefty, then Boots' switching is irrelevant. The reason why Bud is better is because Bud switches depending on what the opponent is doing and the opportunity in the situation. He switches for the best available punch in the situation, not just to confuse some people. Go ahead.
All right, man. That's the end of round 1. I like the way. Hey, right side. You saw how I got a little feisty there at the end. A little.
Hey, it got real chippy. I like it.
It got a little chippy at the end. That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for. Shout out to both of them for a great first round. All right, so this is what we're gonna do. I'm finna put it in the chat. I want and as we said, the chat, y'all count for 1 vote. We got Dub right side up here to vote, and we got T up here to vote to see who won round 1. Now, while everybody needs to vote, we got 214 people in here. I expect everyone to vote, bro. That's how this stuff is gonna work. Make your voice heard. So while I'm putting it in the link in the chat, Dub right side, it's on you. We put our judges to the test up here. We don't just let them say who won. I need you to tell me who won in your eyes and what your vote is and why you picked that person for round one.
All right. It was an interesting first round for me. For Kwame, he came out and I think he wanted to establish pedigree. He wanted to establish that one of the reasons that he feels Bud switch hits better is because of the upbringing and the teachings as far as how he learned to switch hit, right? So saying that when he is going in, he has a better understanding of what he's doing because he's been around it so long. Now I will say, Kwame, you kind of lost me when you took a shot at Bo Mac. I didn't, with Bud having multiple coaches over there. Although I do agree with some of the things you said about Bo Mac, I didn't think it had too much to do with the point as far as switching goes. I will also say there were points that I was listening to you, and I felt like some of the things you were saying may be better used in other rounds that'll be coming up. So that was kind of how the first round started off for me. When Smoke, one of the things I liked about Smoke when he got in there, he said he's switching. He gave the reason for Bud switching, changing angles, defense. Kwame also gave that for Bud, but he didn't really give that for Boots. And then he talked about swifting or shifting in switching in the shift. Okay, and so for leverage, those type of things. He also that's when he went into the rebuttal against Kwame's whole first round, saying age doesn't matter. All the elements of switch hitting. I did like that he was bringing those points out. In the rebuttal, man, Kwame, I thought you did really well to come out and say, man, he's not trying to stay on topic, but at the same time, you didn't really cut or you didn't go after any of the things he said as far as like I said earlier, the reason for switching, changing angles, defense, that type of thing. And also the switching in the shift. And then in Smoke's rebuttal, one thing I thought he did well there was he did say, I believe his words was, Bud does everything Boots does, but better. And then we've seen him do things that Boots hasn't done. And so because of those points, I gave the first round to Smoke.
All right, so it's on T because it's looking like, let me see where we at in the chat. I need more votes, bro. That's sad, bro. It's 212 people in here, and I only got 76 votes. Y'all have to vote, bro. Otherwise, I'll just have to get 3 judges up here, man. I need everybody that's in the chat right now. Please vote. Who you felt like won round one? I need at least 150 votes before I can close the vote. There's 220 people in here, so please do the needful. Go ahead and vote so we can know what y'all think. T, what do you got?
Not to influence anything, but like maybe they got late and they didn't hear it and they don't feel comfortable voting.
Yeah, that's true. That be true. But please, if you heard the whole round, vote. If not, I understand. But we're gonna go to TT. Right now it's 1-1, and I don't know if it's gonna change. The chat saying Kwame won. My brother right side just voted for Smoke. Tell us who you voted for, who won round one, and why. You mute, bro.
Shit, I'm gonna be real with y'all, man. I'm more nervous judging than I am fucking when I was up with my damn self, boy. Y'all boys, y'all making this hard, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, good job by both guys for real though. Like, is this what it felt like when I was up here for G5? God damn, like, man. But all right, so
and that shit is tough, bro. That shit tough as
man. What right? Okay,
so
yeah, don't just be like, I got Smoke, and then think I'm gonna let you not say nothing. Nah, I need to know who you vote for, bro.
So this is what I got from right. The first round, y'all both counter was a little bit, just a little all over the place, just a little bit. You know what I mean? I think Kwame was a little more on topic, than Smoke the first round, right? Y'all both killed the rebuttal. Like, y'all killed the rebuttal. Like, the rebuttal was damn near, like both of y'all got knocked down in the rebuttal. Like, it was a knockdown. Then Smoke came up. Then Smoke got him a knockdown. You know what I mean? But I give the first round to Kwame only because I felt like he was a little more on topic the first round. And I think it had a lot to do with Smoke, just scrambling that first round, not even have, really the time frame together. I think he had, turn it on. So I think he had to find it a little bit because he turned up in his rebuttal. But the combination of the two, I think Loyal to the Game was a little more on point, and I had that rebuttals, tit for tat in the first round.
Already. All right, there we have it. I'm gonna end the poll. Hopefully, now that we got everybody in the bill, man, we had 113 votes in round one. It was 55% for Loyal to the Game, 45%.
Smoke came for the throat though in their rebuttal though. He came with it though.
He did. So hopefully this thing gets even better because it's already fired. Look, man, we only had 113 votes in round one. Please, man, 225 people here. First and foremost, smash the like button. Secondly, let's get more people voting in the next round. So we got round two coming up. This time Smoke is gonna go first, and the topic is very simple. Team Boots. They say, look, bro, Bud Crawford ain't no damn real switch hitter. Like, he ain't no real switch hitter. Bozy said it, Boots said it a little bit. And so the question we want to ask is, are they correct? You know what I'm saying? Smoke gonna get up here and he gonna tell y'all, hell no, they ain't correct. And he gonna tell you why. And then Kwame gonna try to explain why they is correct. And he gonna tell you why. But round two, it's on you, Smoke. You got 10 minutes. Go ahead and cook your meal, my brother.
Wait a minute. I got the question that Bozy's saying he's not a real southpaw, not a real switch hitter.
Yeah. Okay. I thought they said switch hitter though, bro. They said he was. That's not what I sent you.
No.
Hold on.
But I mean, whatever. It doesn't really matter. It's all good. It's all good. Let's keep.
No. I'm looking at the email right now, bro.
And it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. I got it.
Yeah. Go ahead, cook and I'll start the timer.
Yeah. Not a real switch hitter. That's interesting. Well, huh. I mean, just a cursory, Google search will clear that shit up for you. You'll see that the consensus was that Terence Bud Crawford is the second best switch hitter in fucking boxing history behind Marvin Hagler. But you know what? Whatever. Let's say Google is full of crap and that Terence Bud Crawford paid everybody to say that, or maybe Bob Arum did, or somebody on Team Crawford is gaming the system. They're putting their little finger on the scale. Let's talk about Bud and his switching. Long before he was even vying for titles, he was knocking guys out in the orthodox stance, and also knocking out guys in the southpaw stance, and also switching in between in fights. From Bradis Prescott, that was switching. I'm talking about Dreadlock Crawford was switching and knocking dudes out. I thought this was a whole thing about being a southpaw because that's the question that I got and the truth of it. But for real, man, the truth is revealed in the ring, and whether it is about him being a true southpaw or a true switch hitter, to me, Bud has shown that he's actually both. I thought it was kind of weird that in a conversation about switch hitting, you'd ask about being a true southpaw, but sure, when it comes to switching, that's even easier. Come on, man. What is it? 100% of his, and I won't say 100%, but no, I will say 100% of his fights since he's been a champion, he has switched in every single fight. All right, so what's my time?
You got a ton of time, bro. You got 6 minutes left, bro.
Oh, cool. All right. Nice. All right. So, like I said, a lot of guys switch, right? You'll see. You'll see any number of guys who, because of position, because of what's happening, they may find themselves in the opposite stance that they'd like to fight in. And, they'll sit there for a second, but then they'll switch it up and, go back to the stance that they feel more comfortable in. First off, Bud is not uncomfortable in any stance. That's also one of the hallmarks of a switch hitter. But the other part of it is he can switch from outside, from inside, like I said in the previous round, to give you a different look, to give you a different angle, or just to capitalize on an opportunity that requires you to be in a different stance, right? So to me, like, and that's not just a hallmark of a real switch hitter, but the best that ever did it. That's where you get into the Willie Peps. Like, there's one kind of way where, the Andre Wards are, to me, even Andre Ward, the guy who's like a converted Orthodox guy, and you'd see him switch, he didn't even switch as much as Bud switch. So yeah. Not only is Bud a true switch hitter, he is literally one of the best switch hitters to ever box.
Okay, bro, that's it. You good?
Me. Yeah, that's me.
All right, bro. Bet. All right, Kwame. 10 minutes. For you to go ahead and cook your meal in the second round, man. It's on you, bro. Do you think?
That's what's up, man. Man, this is funny, man. I'm sitting listening to this rubbish. And the guy wanted to quit because he didn't have none of my material to use. So look, I'll fill you in a little bit on why Boots Camp is correct about Bud. It goes back to what I said again about pedigree. You can analyze something if that's what you teach. It's like shit. Knockout. If you was a running back in high school or something, and you was really good at it, and you was a running back coach, you can analyze running backs because that's what you know and that's what you teach. So a person who is teaching you technical things like Jaron Ennis did through his own trial and error, through himself, through his own trial and error, through his two sons before Boots, is able to see all these technical things. Then, of course, when they look at somebody who's getting outboxed in one stance in most of his fights and has to switch in order to win, of course they're going to say that person's not a real switch hitter. Again, because if you are, then you'd be able to do and make adjustments on defense in both stances. You wouldn't have to switch to get out of trouble in a stance. You do something simple like, if your fundamentals is down as a switch hitter, it would probably be a lot easier for you to, parry that jab that Kell Brook keep lumping your eye up with and not have to go southpaw. That's if you're a complete switch hitter. See, if someone was to teach him that because they knew it too, and they weren't trying to hinder him from doing that when he was coming up, it's very possible that he'd be as complete as Boots on both sides. But hey, you can't pick who your coach is sometimes, right? Especially when, you take a break from the gym for years and then come back later. And then you have to sharpen your shit up when somebody like Boots was hitting the bag from 2 years old and his father taught him how to be a switch hitter in his birth into the sport of training for boxing. It's a big difference. It's a huge difference because, sometimes you may do stuff because it just feels more natural to you, right? And when it comes to Terence Crawford, let's be honest, southpaw feels more natural to him. And southpaw feels more natural to him, and we can prove it because when you get in trouble, you will turn into your true self. And he was such a great switch hitter, but you know what happened on defense? Because we're going to see, I'm not going to just talk about the knockouts. I'm going to talk about his defense switch hitting because we're talking about switch hitting, right? He had such great defense as a switch hitter to Orthodox. His leg did a Bambi move when Gamboa cracked him in the Orthodox. And what we saw was in the midst of him being on Queer Street, he didn't even know what was going on because, like Floyd said, when Mosley cracked him, the room started spinning. It's not even that you hurt. The room started spinning. But when the room started spinning for Bud, he went southpaw. That's what he did. He went southpaw because that was natural for him. Like when he was training and Bomac and his other coaches were telling him, hey, don't switch southpaw. Keep just doing this. But it felt natural for him to go that way. So it's an instinctive thing. It's instinctive. There's a difference between instinct and there's a difference between skill teaching and technique. It's a difference. And some people are just great fighters. Some people love to fight. Like Bud Mom said, she told all the kids in the neighborhood, you get $10 if you can whoop them. And nobody could whoop him to this day. Couldn't be whooped. Because that motherfucker can fight. He's a fighter. And he left the gym for years and he went out in the street and he was fighting and he came back because he was still a great fighter. Right? But he had to come in and sharpen his tools up, and he's done that. Kudos to him. But again, while all that was happening, Boots was already birthed in switch hitting. He was birthed in it through his fundamentals, through his dad. You know, when you're a child and you got older brothers, you want to be just like them, right? And they fighting and stuff. Boots was probably going in the mirror switch hitting when he was a kid after he saw his two brothers fight. Not because he couldn't stop a jab. He did it because that's what he was taught to do. So you're talking about all these guys Bud knocked out. Well, Boots as a switch hitter has a higher knockout percentage. And if you want to, and if we want to match up the fighters, because you want to bring up, Bud fought world champions. Well, let's just match up to, when they both started to fight contenders or people that the boxing public knew, like Bradis Prescott. Well, when Bud fought Bradis Prescott, Bradis Prescott and Bud, it was unanimous decision. It was no knockout. I don't know. I can't even remember if Bradis Prescott was ever a world champion at that point. Right? But he got the win. I'm not going to crush his win. But we do know that a guy who first and only loss was to Mikey Garcia. At that time, he was rated a top pound-for-pound fighter. Mikey Garcia said this guy could punch. He was a world champion at 140. And Sergey Litnitz, who went behind Earl Spence and retired Lamont Peterson at 147. When Boots fought him, he knocked him out cold. He didn't even get up. It wasn't he was in trouble. When he hit the ground, he laid there and stayed there. No one had done that to him. You want to talk about switch hitters? And I sure didn't see Boots having to switch because he was getting tagged by a certain shot all night and his eye was starting to shut. So, when we talk about switch hitting, we got to talk about skill set. I haven't seen Jaron Boots Ennis not one time yet in his career fight a whole round in one stance. I haven't seen it yet. But you know who I've seen do that? Who's the best switch hitter? After Marvin Hagler in the history of boxing. Oh my God, it's his best switch hitter. I've seen Bud do that. Bud starts out one way and will fight the rest of the fucking fight the same way and never switch back. Never. He got cracked by Mean Machine. He went southpaw. Well, guess when he got cracked? He was orthodox. Once again, he was down there proposing to Mean Machine. Hey, I take the Mean Machine to be my lawful. So let's not talk about skill sets, because when it comes to skill sets and switch hitting, it's not really even close, to be honest. It's not close at all. And you say that Terence Crawford is going to go down in history as the best after Marvin Hagler. Well, guess what? If Jaron Boots Ennis keeps going the route he's going with his knockout ratio, I think he's going to surpass Terence Crawford as that. Because
1 minute and 45 seconds left, Kwame. 1 minute and 45 seconds left.
Thank you, sir. Because his story is just beginning, and Terence Crawford's story is about to end. I digress.
I smoke rebuttal. You got 5 minutes, man. It's on you, bro. Do your thing.
Right. All right. So I believe the question is whether or not he's a true switch hitter, correct? That is the question. Whether or not he's a true switch hitter, not whether or not he's a better switch hitter than Boots or anything other than that shit, right? Not what his resume is like, not what his knockout ratio is like, none of that stuff. It's just whether or not he's a true switch hitter, right? So with that, just so we clarify what the question is and what this actually round is about, if you can tell me what would make him a false switch hitter, then I'm all ears in your rebuttal. But as far as I'm concerned, a true switch hitter is somebody who switches, right? I think that Terence Crawford has got knockouts with his left hand and his right hand from both the orthodox and the southpaw positions. I believe that he starts fights in one position and ends them in a different one. I believe that like I said, he will even start a combination in one stance and finish it in another. Like, I'm not quite sure about why you think just because Bootsy was a fighter, that means he is now the professor of boxing. That somehow, because that dude fought, Boots is now Marvin Hagler. But anybody who's watched Marvin Hagler understands this when it comes to switch hitting. Like first off, Marvin Hagler's a southpaw. When it comes to switch hitting, what Marvin Hagler did is what Bud does. What he does is switch in middle of combinations in order to maximize the angle, not to try to confuse this guy. Like, that's not how this works. Like, if you're circling out to your right, I'm not even going to the pedantic shifts and switches, because apparently, whatever. Bozy has that all on lock. Forget it. I'll just put it to you like this. When it comes to Terence Crawford being a true switch hitter, we have seen with our own eyes this guy switch time and time again. Regardless of whether or not you think Boots is a better switch hitter with his mediocre, not even anywhere comparable talent, so he can do whatever the hell he wants, and he doesn't have to face any adversity to switch, versus Bud, who is fighting guys bigger than him in his third weight classes, who are some of the best jabbers, and like all of this stuff that he may have to switch to get out of situations in those kinds of fights that Boots has yet to even experience. Maybe he will experience it, maybe he won't. But at this point, you're a man in the desert, you see a mirage, you think that over the valley there's an oasis. There might be, or it might just be a mirage. But you got to get over the valley first before you start talking about which one's better. But for real, both of them are true switch hitters. What's my time like?
1 minute and 45 seconds.
All right, cool. We're still waiting on the Bradis Prescotts from Boots. We're still waiting on the Sean Porters from Boots. We're still waiting on the Jeff Horns from Boots. We're still waiting on the Gamboas from Boots. If you want to see a guy switch, see how he ended the Gamboa fight. How he switches mid combination, like Marvin Hagler. If you want, we're still waiting for the JoJo for the Diaz guy, not JoJo Diaz, but the Diaz fight from Boots. We haven't seen that guy. You want to see a guy switch mid combination? See how he ended that fight.
All right, you done?
Yeah, that's done.
All right, bet. All right, Kwame, you got 5 minutes for the rebuttal, my brother. Go ahead and cook your meal. It's on you. Time starts when you start talking, bro.
Look, it's quite simple. You talk about we need to see the Sean Porters. Sean Porter came out and said that he was never going to fight Boots. He said it publicly. He said he was too much. Sean Porter's words was he exudes boxing. He was boxing. Those are Sean Porter's words. And Sean Porter's a dog, right? You can't fight people that don't want to fight you, number one. You have to fight your way into position to fight. Now, again, the reason why Boots' team was correct about Bud, and why I believe they're correct, and they believe they're correct, is like I said. If you teach something and you see something, as a coach's job is to sit back when you're hitting the bag and not tell you what you're doing, which is right. They're going to tell you what's wrong, right? That's what a coach is going to do. And when Bozy sits and looks at what Bud does as a switch hitter, he doesn't feel that he's a true switch hitter in terms of technically a true switch hitter. he believes he's a instinctive switch hitter. And that may go to the point of why you say, oh, Bud may switch in between punches and stuff, right? Maybe, like you said, it could be of a feeling. But in terms of technicality, in terms of learning how to master one side and then go to the other side and master the other side completely, from offense to defense to footwork to range and distance. Because if you're doing the same thing in the same stance over and over and over, it hasn't, maybe you mastered what you do, but you possibly haven't mastered what you're doing. You might have just mastered what you do. And every time I see Terence Crawford in the orthodox stance, I mean, most of his fights, he fights people who are smaller than him, shorter than him. He has a 79-inch arm reach, and he tries to catch you with stuff coming in for the most part. And the only thing I really see that's ever really been such a big weapon from the orthodox, I mean, for the southpaw position with Terence Crawford is his right check hook, stepping backwards. Gets a lot of people in trouble when he does it instinctively. Great punch. But from a teacher to bless someone and say, hey, you're a true switch hitter, they're going to look at your skills and technicality in what you're doing. You're going to look at your skills and the technical aspect of how you parry the jab, how you move your feet, how you throw your jab, how you throw your uppercut, how you throw your hook. They're going to look at that stuff. And if you're showing immense flaws in it, and fighters are starting to see the flaws when you're fighting and it's being picked out, then they have the right to say you're not a true switch hitter if you got to go to southpaw to win all the time. Tell me
1 minute and 30 seconds left. 1 minute and 30 seconds left.
From everything that you talk about being such a true switch hitter, when was the last knockout? Because Terence Crawford knocked out everyone at welterweight he fought. He knocked them all out as a southpaw. We could just look at Booth's last two fights. When you talk about a complete switch hitter, he knocked not his last three fights. Who was the guy he fought before Lipnitz? Delorme, someone Crawford fought, knocked him out a whole lot faster, and this guy just went the distance with Stanionis, a hard puncher. Knocked him out in the first round. Orthodox. Knocked out Lipnitz, southpaw. Knocked out Castillo Clayton, orthodox. When you're a true switch hitter, this is what happens. You're in different stances when you're throwing your offense. You're not in one stance all the time to deliver the killer blow. There's a difference between being a true switch hitter and being an instinctive switch hitter. Boots is a true one, Bud is an instinctive one. I digress.
All right, that's it, y'all. That is it for round two. We got to get the votes in, man. Please, we got 200 people in here. I need more votes than we got in the first round. I need chat participation. I got to make you guys a part of it. You get to decide the winner. And I already talked to y'all about Money Brown, but there go Everything Boxing right there. They got a big debate coming up, man. Y'all got to stay tuned with the community page, bro.
I didn't realize that. I didn't realize people just hated Bud over here. Like, Jesus criminy. Hey, can you tell these people that you gave me a thing that said I was supposed to debate whether he's a true southpaw, not a true switcher?
Smoke don't do that. Check your text message and check your email. Don't do that.
Okay. I sent it to you.
Don't do that. I'm trying. I don't, because you my brother.
Was it me?
Yeah, bro. I wasn't gonna do it. I wasn't gonna do it.
I'll just say this. I didn't get no email with questions, and if I did, I didn't see the questions. I'm going.
No, you did. You did too. Why everybody keep doing this, bro? Not real shit.
I'm not saying you didn't do it. I'm just saying.
I ain't get my questions either knocked out. No, just play.
No, I sent Smoke. Just check it. Check your text message. Check your email. No big deal, bro.
Yeah, you got him. All right, so I got the questions. It's not that I got the questions. I'm saying what the question said.
No,
whatever.
I got you. Just look at your text and then check your email again. This is switch hitter, bro. All right, cool. Let's get the poll started, bro. Who won round. While I'm doing that, we're gonna go to T first this time. T, go ahead, bro, and do your thing, man. Who you got winning round 2, bro?
Okay. Strong, strong opening statements, in the second round. You know what I mean? I like how smoke first round wasn't as strong as his rebuttal. Smoke real good with these rebuttals. You know what I'm saying? His rebuttals are always, A1. You know what I mean? His opening round wasn't as strong as his rebuttal. I gave the opening, round to Kwame. He edged it. And the rebuttal round, I think Smoke in the second round, Kwame told us why Boots is, a better switch hitter more so than why, Bud is not a real one. Now he killed it at the end of the fucking round though. At that point, I swear to God, like he damn near swayed me with that last point he made, the very last jump. That was like a guy, you know what I'm saying, closing out the round. You know what I'm saying? He damn near stole the round. You know what I mean on that one. But I have to go. No, it ain't probably. I have to go Smoke in the second round with the strong rebuttal round. And no.
Already. All right, it's on you, Dub. Who you got winning this second round, man?
Damn, T, me and you, we can't agree on it, man. We can't agree on nothing in this debate.
Well, goddamn, Dub.
I had Kwame winning that round, man. First things first, Smoke, man. I felt like you said, maybe I don't think you got the wrong topic. Knockout is pretty good at sending the topics out. I know that for a fact. So maybe you might want to check email, check your text message a little
Smoke
more.
made it hard for me to give him the round when he said that too, because he made it hard for me. But
yeah, so the things that I kind of pulled from you, when you were saying you've seen Bud KO fighters from both sides. You talked about dreadlock Bud switching. You know what I mean? I thought that was a point bringing out him switching early in his career. Man, I felt like overall, though, if you go back and the topic was, I believe it's something to the effect is Boots team correct, that Bud's not a true switch hitter. Not that he doesn't switch, but that he's a true switch hitter. And I felt like Kwame, he brought that out perfectly. And when he brought up the major point that I got from him was when he brought out the difference between switching because of instinct and then being able to switch due to skill. You know what I mean? I felt like that was a real strong point. And overall, that's what swayed the round for me. Basically, what Kwame was saying was the reason Bud usually goes southpaw is because that's natural for him. That's going to be where he feels most comfortable. Whereas when when their team is looking at it, when they're talking about a true switch hitter, they're talking about somebody with the skill set to be comfortable at all times from both sides. And I don't feel
how's that a rebuttal? How's that a rebuttal?
Can I
go ahead. Go ahead.
And the other thing, this wasn't even the rebuttal. This was his first round. His openings in the second round. It wasn't the rebuttal where he said that. But I did think that point there kind of summed up what Bozy them was talking about, which was the overall topic of the question. And so also in his rebuttal, he did say he felt like it's about mastery of both sides. And he didn't feel, or he tried to show that Bud hasn't mastered both sides. And so overall, I gave the round to Kwame. Go ahead, Smoke.
Go ahead, Smoke. You wanted to say something? Because I got something I want to say too. But go ahead, Smoke. What were you about to say?
Nah, it's all good.
Yeah. For me, I'm gonna keep it real with everybody because I ain't really said what I thought. I thought that was a smoke round. To be real with y'all, like at the end of the day, if you look at the question, is Bud a true switch hitter? The fact that he switched multiple times in his career and fought on both sides of the plate, so to speak, I thought that was a pretty clear argument. Just to be real with everybody in the chat and just giving everybody my thoughts and my opinions. But the chat,
Kwame gave great points, and like if he had said those points in the first round, he would have knocked Smoke out. Like he gave great points on why Booth is a better switch hitter in the second round. He did. He drove that shit home. But the question was, is Bud a real one? You know what I mean? So that's why.
Well, the question actually is Booth's team correct about it? That's the question.
Right.
Yeah, they're not.
So what I did was I explained why Booth's team felt they was correct. I didn't state that he wasn't a good switch hitter.
Okay.
I'm just stating that if someone teaches something and they're analyzing it, and their guy is more complete, and they're like I said, a trainer looks at a fighter and tells them what they do wrong. That's their job. And if they're watching someone in the ring do multiple things wrong from a technical aspect on both sides, they have the right to say he's not a true switch hitter.
Right. So for me, like I don't like I texted. I did get the questions right, and I texted. I texted knockout, and I switched. I said southpaw in my text to you. So maybe I just got it, and I just thought it was right, but I didn't because I never saw Bozy say that. Right. So I was like trying to find that clip. I still never seen.
Read your text to me, bro. It says switcher, bro. I really don't want. I ain't trying to do
No,
this,
no,
bro,
no. I'm talking about the text I sent to you.
I know. Read it, bro. Read it right now. It says. Do you have clips of
I'm outside. I'm outside of my laptop. All right, it's all good.
I got
but,
you.
Like, but,
yeah,
but
bro, I promise you, bro. It says switcher. Like I wouldn't lie to you, dog.
But that's not even my point. That's not even the point. The point I'm trying to say is I didn't ever see the clip. Like I sent you a text because I never saw that clip. I never
every time knockout. What I tell you, knockout. What I told you.
No. I'm saying, hold on a second. But the point is, I never saw the Bozy clip, so I don't know what they was talking about when they said he never. What, and that's what I asked. Like, what is Bozy talking about? I still haven't seen that clip, so I don't even know what the hell Bozy was referring to when he said he's either not a real southpaw or not a real switcher. But anyway,
I got you. It's true. He said he's not real. He said he's not a true switch hitter.
Yeah, but did he say what a true one it was? Like I don't.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did explain it.
Yeah, he did try. He did explain it. I wish I could have got that clip to you. But anyway, we're moving on. Round 3.
We're moving on. It's all good. Let's move on.
Round 3, last round. This one ain't got shit to do with switching. This is just about who got the more tools in a toolbox. Who has more tools? When you look at these two fighters, who got more shit that they can go to get the job done? Now, this time it'll be on Kwame to go first. Kwame, you got 10 minutes. Do your thing, man, and lay it down. Let us know what's up. 10 minutes start when you start talking, bro.
Man, okay, no problem, man. Is this even a real question about who has the most tools? I mean, Jaron Ennis has the most tools, and I'll back this up by some fact, not just by my opinion, but we have to put it in the opinions of people who have been in the sport for decades, people who have managed fighters, people who have managed both of the same fighters, like Cameron Duncan. Cameron Duncan came out and said it ain't even close. He said he had Bud when he was young, he had Boots when he was young. It ain't even close. Okay? So, based on that, I started to take a look and I actually watched film on fighters. That's why I'm able to say some of the things I say. And again, it goes to show you. We know for a fact that Jaron Ennis is better defensively as an orthodox fighter than Terence Crawford. We know that already. It's been shown in fights. That part we already know. Jaron Ennis uses his reach and his jab in different ways than Terence Crawford does. I'll give you an example. Terence Crawford is a 5'8", 74-inch arm reach fighter who switches stance. Terence Crawford, if you watch his fights, Terence Crawford doesn't go to you until you get hurt. He keeps you at the end of his jab. He tries to make you run into punches. And when you get inside, he ties you up because he has trained himself in some type of Greco wrestling. That's what he does. Jaron Ennis, when he uses his jab, he uses it for distance. He uses it for range. He uses it going backwards. He uses it going forward. He also does something that Terence Crawford doesn't do too well. He gives out punishment on the inside consistently. Tools. Let's talk about tools. One thing that I know about a tool that you may have is also power. That's a tool. When all else fails, you're getting out boxed like a Molina and Mickey Bay. Throw your hardest shit and you can win a fight. That's a tool, power. Well, man, this knockout streak looking real crazy, man. I mean, I want you to really think about it. People got mad at me because I said this. But this is a kind of streak that a Julian Jackson was on at the beginning of his career. I'm not saying that he punches as hard as Julian Jackson. That's not what I'm saying. We're talking about stats. Okay? He's 29-0 with 27 knockouts. One's a no contest. No one's went past 6 rounds. 0. 0 people. There are things that I see in Jaron Ennis, and Clarissa Shields even calls him this as well, that I see in some of the things that he does. He has a Floyd Mayweather type Philly shell defense. He throws lunging check hooks like Roy Jones Jr. He can switch stances in between, truly do it in rhythm during a fight. He has great mobile footwork from both stances. Looks comfortable everywhere, on the inside, on the outside, on the ropes, in the pocket, in mid-range. Combinations galore. I mean, I don't even listen. And what's so scary about this is that this motherfucker's young. He's 24 years old. You're already comparing his skill level and talent level to someone who's at the end of their career, who's looking to cash out and just fight big fights. You want me to tell you another way how we know he got more skills and talent? Because Bud know it too. Because I remember this after the Spence and Ugas fight was announced. And in the beginning, when Sean Porter was trying to fight Terence Crawford, and the first time the WBO had him in there and they offered him $1 million, and Sean said it was an insult, Boots said, "I'll take it." Ain't no one ever wrote back about that. And people compare Boots and Virgil Ortiz, but I remember when the WBO moved Sean Porter out of the #1 spot and moved Virgil Ortiz up there. Butt was going to try to make that fight, but Oscar didn't want it to go down. So they moved him out. But Virgil Ortiz and Boots, they're supposed to be at the same caliber of fighter, allegedly, at the same level. But for some reason, nobody wanted to fight Boots. And that's because it's tough when you see somebody who has the same talent level as you, possibly more talent than you, more skill than you, and they're young and they're hungry, and it ain't about money no more for them. It's about legacy. It's about being the man by beating the man. And what's going on here is that Boots has a way better skill set, and he's just a way more complete fighter. Way more complete fighter. So with that, I would say that when I look at Terence Crawford, he's more of an instinctive fighter. But I don't feel that he believes he can beat Boots because he's seeing himself when he was younger. I digress.
All right, shout out to my brother Rhythmic Pugilistic with the $10 in the super chat. He say, while we talking about Boots versus Bud, IBF just announced Spence has 2 weeks to wrap up a fight with Bud, or he will be mandated to fight Boots or be stripped. Well, that is the topic that these good brothers wanted to debate, and Kwame wanted the topic, and Smoke accepted the challenge. So that's why we're talking about it. We was talking about Spence and Crawford all last week. We had 2 debates on that last week, so please go check those out. But yeah, man, whatever people want to debate, I'm open. I just love to hear boxing talking. I want to step in the ring too with anybody that won't smoke with me. But I appreciate your support, man. Thank you so much in that super chat. We're gonna go over to the brother Smoke. Smoke, you got what are we on? Are we on the rebuttal for you? Or we on your first one? This your first one? Yeah, there you go.
I can see why you lost, because what he said had nothing to do with nothing. But but who has the most?
You got
tools?
10 minutes, Smoke.
Oh yeah, okay,
who got the most tools? You got 10 minutes. It's on you, bro. Do your thing.
Yeah, man. Right. So the most, right? So we heard we heard from my guy on the other side of this question, and I'm a little bit befuddled, but I'll save that for the rebuttal. To me, the idea of having the most tools, right, is like, what can you do? Like, what do you have in your bag that you can implement in order to get the job done? And what have we seen from you, right? Like, from Boots, we've seen, I mean, the future of the welterweight division is in great hands, right? I think we've seen that the talent level from this kid is off the damn charts. He can fight, go in both directions fairly well. He's a different fighter on the left side than he is on the orthodox stance, but he's still good on both stances. I mean, the one, like really, he's a great boxer brawler, right? I mean, sorry, boxer puncher, and they both are really. And to their and like all boxer punchers, they have while they're good in most everything, they do have a deficiency in one specific area, right? And for Boots, the thing that he has, that the deficiency that he has, or the tool that we haven't seen him use yet, is on the inside. He's never has his guy reset, even though he's essentially like an outfighter. So he'll let, like, on the inside, he'll exchange with a guy, turn into a quasi brawler on the inside. But we've seen guys like Ayubov get off on him because of that. We've seen guys like Lipinets get off of him because of that. We've seen guys like Molina get off of him. Fernandez, because he does not reset and use his length, use that jab, use his athleticism, use all those great attributes and craft that he has on the inside, like what he winds up doing. And it's, for fans, it's fan-friendly style. He bangs it out. But for himself, like for longevity, he puts himself in harm's way. And that's where even really outmatched talent, outmatched opponents find success. So yeah, I would say shore up inside, whereas Bud, he's figured out, you know what, inside fighting is maybe I'm not that great at it. I'm not as good at inside fighting as I am about the other aspects of my game. So what he does is he mixes it up. Sometimes he'll bang with you on the inside. Sometimes he'll tie you up. Sometimes he'll turn you. Sometimes he'll switch. You don't know what he's going to do on the inside. He varies it up. So he actually has a comprehensive game on the inside. To me, that is a tool. Not only that, he also has the experience in big fight situations. I think that is also a tool, having experience. And, they both are really supremely motivated. You hear Boots' story. It's heartwarming. He's in the, you can picture him as a kid, warming up and doing drills and stuff with his dad and his brothers. And he just, through, the transitive and osmosis and the family dynamic, is the fighter that he is. Like, he's absorbed all of their lessons and all that stuff. And it's an excellent story. Bud, on the other hand, he's fueled by rage. He's fueled by disappointment and neglect and all this other stuff. That is also a tool. That guy, he's mean as fuck. Like, there's a reason why at welterweight nobody's seen the final bell, and I feel like part of that, and we'll see it in fights. You'll see that in the Green Machine fight, whether you think he got dropped or didn't get dropped, I didn't think he got dropped, by the way, but what is undeniable is the look on his face once he got up and got his gloves dusted off, and what he did to Egas is something that, with all of like Bud's training from Bozy and all your I guess for whatever reason you think Boots is a better switch hitter, what we saw was a switch hitting clinic on Green Machine. And to me, Green Machine will beat the entire fuck out of Lipinets, which is still Boots' best guy. So like really like this idea about like, having adversity against guys who are way fucking better than everybody your guys faced seems a little bit misplaced. But again, we're still talking about tools, right? So they both switch. Like I've said it ad nauseum. There's a level to the switching that Bud has that Boots has yet to display. There's a level of motivation that Bud has had, and he's called on that motivation in big key moments in championship fights, whereas Boots has yet to even be in a championship fight. So like the experience, the be able to draw on that to get the job done. Yeah, he don't have that. I mean, they're both fast. I mean, Boots, I would think, is faster, but is speed a tool that they both use? Sure. I mean, I guess, but I feel like Boots uses his speed a lot more for his success than Bud uses for his. Like, Bud, I feel like, uses his technique, like his ability to read, to download information, to understand what the opponent's going to do for him to be successful more than just his physical gifts that are going to depreciate over time. Like, Boots' speed is not always going to be there. And then what are we going to see? Are we still going to see that gazelle punch? That we still going to see class of heads? Or is he going to have to figure out a different thing than just flicking the jab out there? We've seen Terence flick the jab. We've seen him power jab. We've seen him, hook off the jab. We've seen all that stuff out of him. We've seen him use the entire apron lateral movement in a championship fight to become a unified champion. We've seen the guy brawl it out. We've seen him go through adversity and overcome. We've seen all of these different kinds of and to this the point that respectfully that my interlocutor has stated over and over about this pedigree and this teaching. What I see out of Bud, and I agree that he is far more instinctual than Boots, but he's also better trained than Boots, also with his technique, and that is not that is also a tool. The idea that he is actually better than his trainer. There's no his Bomac has other fighters, but none of his other fighters look like Terence Crawford. You've seen guys. You can see the program that a coach instills in a fighter. Like you can see the Charlo and the Spence and the Martin. You can see that they're all like, oh yeah, you can see the how the similarities in style, right? But Bud, nah. Bud is out there, and I mean, we just saw Bomac in his last fight. Trying
2
to
minutes, Smoke. You got 2 minutes, bro. 2 minutes.
Cool. We just saw Bomac, that teacher, right? We just saw Bomac in in the Mo Hooker corner, and where was Bud? Was Bud in the stands, like hanging out with his family and chilling with his friends? No, he was on the apron, whispering in my man's corner, like he's part of the corner. Like we won't even go to like whether or not that's even permissible, but whatever, they let it happen, and not only did the commission and the refs and the judges all let that happen, Bomac let that happen. Where we see Boots training anybody in the middle of their fights. I mean, the instruction he gave him was correct. Whether or not Maurice was actually able to go out there and do it, that's a horse of another color. But again, he's able to see what's in there. He's able to tell his fighters what's in there. And more importantly, the fighter was willing to listen to him over his own coach. And his coach was willing to take a step back and let Terence Crawford cook, right? So we've seen different tools inside the ring. We've seen different tools outside the ring. Like, while you're giving all the respect to Bozy for teaching Boots, I'm giving Bud the fucking credit for being Bud, and that's also a tool, being self-taught, right? So to me, he's pretty good from both stances. His Boots. These are two excellent fighters. But as I just enumerated, Bud has way more fucking tools.
All right. Shout out to my brother Jermaine Bean with the $2 in the super chat. He says smoke starting to fade. He in deep waters now. Hashtag TKO. All right, rebuttal round for my brother Kwame. Sure. Kwame, you got 5 minutes. The clock starts when you go, man. Do your thing.
Look, my apologies to the audience, to the chat for the first go around. The lie was just talking for me. back here, but we gonna get back on topic with this. I'm gonna rebut a couple of things you said, man. First thing you said was some goofy shit about Mean Machine would be able to beat Litnitz. Like that was a foregone conclusion, like that was a subjective. Well, before Mean Machine fought Terence Bud Crawford, he actually had a draw with Ray Robinson, a guy who was knocked out by Ugas, a guy who only had 12 knockouts. So most people thought Ray Robinson actually won that fight. So you can have all this great switch hitting going on with lackluster competition, right? With lackluster competition, everyone looks like a star, right? But when shit gets real and you're in there with world class competition like a Porter, like a Kell Brook, we see what happens. You fight one way. It's southpaw. We get it. You're great at that. Understood. All right. You said the man's fueled by disappointment. Man, I don't know if that's a tool, man. That sounds like emotion because, he got all this rage and shit. But what happens when you're in there with somebody who's just as good as you are and you're not winning? Because we all know one of the first things they tell you in boxing when you're training with a coach is you can't fight angry. You could do it with subpar competition, guys who are not athletic, guys who aren't, African American and have those same physical attributes you have. Yeah, you could do that. But you can't do that. How is that going to work for him if he's losing a fight? How is that going to work? I don't get it. You speak about how this guy went up to train Mo Hooker, and you opened it up like you bodied yourself in your own comment. You opened it up by saying he's better trained, but then you go and say that Mo Hooker, or that Bud came to help Mo Hooker. Well, he came to help him because his trainer told him fight the motherfucker after the first round in the corner. He had no instruction for him. And it's a trend. You say by a better trainer. You bodied yourself again in that. You said you went to talk about all the other fighters, but you realized all the other fighters lost all their fights by knockout. You look at the facts. It's what it is. But Terence Bud Crawford is just a special fighter. He's a special fighter. So he can get away with things that other guys can't. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be shocked if that's what he told them after Mean Machine cracked his ass. Fight the motherfucker. Right? But Terence Crawford is a superior athlete, superior boxer, and he was in there with someone that wasn't his pedigree, and he got the job done. The thing is, we haven't got to see Boots be in a situation where you have to tell him, go fight the motherfucker. It's straight cash knockouts. Straight cash knockouts. Not TKOs, not someone a little wobbly. Motherfuckers laying down. Motherfuckers staying down. Motherfuckers falling on the ground and getting up and falling back down like Trevor Bourbon. Motherfuckers that you talking about in terms of, it's supposed to be so great, but that Boots is not so great. But everyone after he fought Clayton said, oh, he was scared. He didn't even show up. People show up to fight Bud. Bum ass Jeff Horn. Motherfuckers show up to fight Bud. They show up to fight him. Motherfuckers is scared because they know what the fuck they seeing over there with Boots. More complete, more powerful, more tools. And the amount of it's so interesting. The amount of tools that we're seeing now in this portion of his career at 24, we can honestly nitpick and say which one of these guys has more tools. He's in the beginning of his career. Bud is maxed out. He's as good as he's going to be. And we're comparing them. You know what that come from, though? Because I had to learn you something before
30
the
seconds.
other rounds.
You got 30 seconds.
I had to learn you something in the other rounds. That comes from having better pedigree, better fundamental training, just being better. It's easy to be the big fish in the pond. It all looks great. But when you a regular fish in the ocean, now we talking. And I digress.
That's time, bro. All right, Smoke. It's on you, bro. It starts as soon as you start talking. You got 5 minutes for your rebuttal.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like I'm in a twilight zone. My man is not talking about any of the damn topics at all. This topic is about who had the most tools. Like you're talking about, like you're really gone off of how great Bozy is as a teacher, and the only student he has is his son, who has not done anything except for show all of us his promise. Like you're talking about guys, you're talking about how Bud has struggled in fights that Boots, like those guys would smoke everybody that Boots has been in there with. Yeah, Boots is knocking out everything. When Bud was fighting that level of competition, guess what was happening? He was smoking out every fucking thing. As a matter of fact, he was smoking out guys still who were better. They were more accomplished. They were better fight, both as amateurs and pros, and he was still smoking those dudes out, right? Like way before. Like we're talking about the Gamboa. We're talking about 2 divisions ago. Anyway, in this idea about like who has more tools because Bomac is not a good teacher, right? And I'm bodying myself. For me, I feel like you bodied yourself because we both agree that Bomac sucks. We both agree that Bud is special. That is the action that underlines the point. Bud is trash, and yet Bud is being able to be maybe one of the best switch hitters of all time. He's being mentioned right next to the best switch hitter of all time, and amongst the best who ever did it, with the Prince Nassim Hamed and the Willie Peps and the Marvin Haglers. And this is with a crappy coach. If that's not an indication of a tool that you possess that maybe your opponent doesn't, like I don't know what a tool is or how you possess it and your opponent doesn't. I feel like, again, I made the analogy that you are in the desert in a mirage. You're looking at a mirage. You think there's an oasis over the other side of the valley, right? So with Bud is the guy that's already been to the other side of the valley, and he's been to the oasis. He knows that there's an oasis over there. You just hope that there's no oasis out there. But the only thing you're basing that shit on is your eyes, which may be playing a trick on you. Because there's all kinds of guys that didn't live up to their promise. You're like laughing at like Boots about Bud being maxed out. Okay, yeah, him maxed out is a Hall of Famer. When it's all said and done, he might be ATG, right? Like definitely in the topic that we're talking about, switching. Like he's definitely already there. You don't have to fight another round to have it put to say that he is, instinctive or are schooled or natural, whatever the hell it is you want to talk about. That dude has solidified his position. He's shown that he has more tools. He's shown his lateral movement. He's shown that he can be a boxer or a brawler. He's shown that he can be a bruiser. He's shown he can rap you. He showed all of these and all of these guys who are multiple champions, multiple division champions. All of them talk about how the pressure this guy puts on you mentally, not just physically, not just picking themselves off the canvas, but how confused they were before that. That's also a tool, right? Like when it comes to just I feel like I've already named off more tools than Boots actually just has it at all. Like he's great footwork, great hand speed, is very well schooled, can fight from both fight in any directions. Like I said, an awesome talent. The sky's the limit for the guy. But when it comes to in situations when it's all on the line and tools and skills matter, we've seen Bud get the job done over and over again, which is why you're saying he's maxed out. But that maxed out is Hall of Fame game.
All right, that's the end of round 3. I got the poll coming up, and now this is the last round that y'all will be voting. So please get your votes in. Who do you feel like won round 3? And I got a bonus round question. This one I feel like is good. But before I get to the bonus round question, while y'all are getting your votes in to see who won round 3, I want to go to Dub Right Side. Dub Right Side, what is your vote for the third and final round, man? Who you have winning and why?
I'm gonna tell y'all, man. Y'all made this one tough for me. Kwame, earlier, in your first round, in your third round, the beginning of your third round, you did bring up reach and the jab as far as Boots, using his jab in different ways, being able to switch power and combinations, right? You brought those points up. And then some type of way, I'm not sure what happened, but you went way off topic. I'm not sure exactly. You start bringing resume and other things into the conversation that I didn't think should be. I thought we should be focusing more on tools. Smoke in this round, man. You brought up how you felt like Bud was able, or Bud was able to fight going in either direction. He also experience was a tool for you. When you brought up fuel by rage, I'm not sure if that's a tool, but we always say that Bud got some dog in him, so I kind of put that in that category. You talked about Boots, how Bud has better technique and he downloads the information. I think you said Boots was had faster hands, but Bud had a better IQ and he didn't have to use his speed as much. As far as the rebuttal goes, once again, I'm gonna tell you, Kwame, one of the things I had in my written down is why are we still talking about resumes? I believe you said Bud is a special fighter. You said Bud is a supreme athlete. Now you brought up Boots KOs and that Boots was more powerful. And you said motherfuckers know what they seeing. That's why they don't want to fight Boots. You feel me? So I got it. But the question I had wrote down in your rebuttal round was, what tools are we talking about, bro? What tools? I almost had that wrote down for you as well, Smoke, in your last round, but you did bring up mental pressure. And I think the mental pressure that you brought up, also saying, lateral movement, those type of things. So for this round, I gave it to Smoke.
All right, T, who you give it to? It's close in the chat. They 50-50 right now.
I agree with Dub, man. It was close. Y'all did make it hard for me. I want to start with the rebuttals. Y'all, I agree a lot with what Dub said. Y'all both hit on tools, here and there, but nobody really drove it home with the different tools. It's more so like y'all was telling us that they had tools, right? Y'all was telling us that they showed them in this fight and that fight, but neither y'all really told us how exactly they showed the tools. You know what I mean? But I will say this: the opening statement is kind of what did it for me. Actually, we could take both rounds into combination, right? At no point did Kwame give Bud any credit for anything. At no point. Smoke spent a lot of the first half of his opening statement giving Boots hella credit. He basically was saying Boots do this just as good as Bud, do this just as good as Bud, do this just as good as Bud, do this just as good. He did that 3 minutes maybe. You know what I mean? Then he went into his Bud. And then towards the end of it, he started giving Boots, more credit, more on his tools, like how they were equal to Bud's. So in that sense, I kind of felt like, I was listening to two people argue for Boots for a second, you know what I mean? So I gave the last round to Kwame.
All right, we got
damn T, we ain't agree on nothing.
Y'all didn't agree on a single round, but that's cool. That's good. That means y'all ain't up here group thinking and shit. All right, man. So look, that's it, bro. I'm gonna wrap it up. For that, now we got the bonus round. I think this one's gonna be a fun. The bonus round will not be judged at all. I'm gonna let Smoke go first. And here's my question for y'all, bro. Let me put my bonus round up here. Here's my question. Very simple question. You got to fight. The fighters got to get in there and they got to fight for your life. If they win, you get to live. Wow. If they lose, your ass is dead. The opponent is Floyd Mayweather. You got to pick Boots or you got to pick Bud. You can pick either one you want. I don't care who you pick. You know what I'm saying? Which one do you pick? Why are you picking them? And what's their path to victory against Floyd Mayweather? Smoke, it's on you. Go ahead and answer that question for me and tell me who you picking and why.
Shit, it don't really fucking matter. Both of them beating the fuck out of Floyd Mayweather. Let's see.
I'm talking about Floyd in his prime.
Yeah, just so you know what, and let me take this moment to just shout out the whole YTBC. Thank you guys for showing up for this debate. I feel like I was cast in the role of a Bud fan. But I am a Bud fan, but that doesn't mean that. but it doesn't mean I'm not a Boots fan. Doesn't mean I picked Bud to beat Boots. That's just the way that this thing shook out for the debate. Just so you guys understand what the hell is going on right here. Because the reason why I would pick Boots in this fight, because I actually like the way Boots fights. Like, that shit's exciting. That shit, like, first off, I don't want to see the fucking fight, and it's going to be over real fucking fast. So it'll be grand opening and grand fucking closing. We can get that trash.
Since we not judging this round, I just wanted to cut you off real quick.
Yeah.
Boxiana, I see you saying keep Canelo name out your mouth. I might have to get another judge because you're supposed to be judging the Canelo debate next week, and you already letting people know that your votes might be swayed. Your votes might be swayed in favor of Canelo. We got, you know what I'm saying? Like, I see you in here taking up for Canelo and shit. Like, I understand. But, if you're going to judge next week, we need you to be up in here unbiased. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be voting for Canelo and shit just because you're rocking with Canelo.
So for me, like I was saying, I think both of them beat the fuck out of Floyd. Floyd's old as shit. He ain't beating nothing at this point, except for his fucking meat and these fucking dummies to the bank. And then right. So I would just shout out to all the different crews, everybody, all the boxing enthusiasts. Took your time out to listen to us yammer on about these fucking fighters and judge the debate. Appreciate you guys. I'll see you in these YouTube streets. But yeah, both of them knock him the fuck out. Let's get Boots up there. Let's see the young talent.
Damn, he think they
both knock him out.
Floyd. Shit. All right, Kwame, it's on you. If you had to pick one of these guys to go in the fight for your life against Floyd Mayweather, who you picking and why you picking?
Man, I think homeboy got to listen to the question. First off, y'all said Floyd in his prime, not old Floyd. Number one. Number two, I would say Boots, and I'll tell you why. Because Boots is just physically bigger, stronger human being. Floyd's coming up from, did he fight at 126 beginning his career? For all the way down there up to,
maybe he had a fight. I could have sworn he started at 130. It was either 126 or 130.
Maybe I think at his
it was at 130.
It was at 130. Okay.
Yeah, both of them are dragging at 130. That's not even a real question. Like, he wasn't even in his prime at fucking 147. Like, what?
Yeah, I mean, we still debate. You can't talk while I'm talking.
Okay, anyway, whatever. Go ahead. No, I didn't know we were debating. It's not like a thing. I just thought we were just talking. That's it.
Yeah, it's just a little bonus round. The rules are kind of loose in the bonus round. Go ahead, Kwame. Do you think?
Like, I was quiet the whole time. Yeah. So, just for it to make sense, I would say Boots possesses the size. I would say overall strength advantage. We know Boots should easily fight at 154. Floyd never was a guy who even really looked that comfortable at 154. When he fought at 154, he never even came to the weigh-in at 154. 151 against Oscar. I think like 152 against Canelo. 152 against who was the other guy? Cotto, because he fought him at 54. So I would have to, and then on top of it, look at Sean Porter. Look at the fight with Terence Crawford and Sean Porter. The fight was close going into the 10th. If Floyd sees something that is a deficiency with you, he's going to make the fight as easy as possible and exploit it. And he has all these tools to move around and stuff like that. I think who would have the better chance of actually beating Floyd would be Boots, because Boots possesses power of someone in a way higher weight class, is also a boxer, also has size, also has reach, and could give back some punishment. He could get some punishment back too. Me personally, if the question is if I have to bet my life, I don't think any one of these motherfuckers could beat Floyd anyway. But
I agree.
If I have to bet my life on it because I have to choose between only two people, I'm going to choose the guy who's bigger, the guy who's stronger, the guy who has equal amount of talent and skill to the other smaller guy that you're going to give me the choice to fight with. So I'm going to go with Boots.
All right, cool, man. Look, everybody put some hand clap emojis in the chat for our judges and for our debaters. Give me some hand clap emojis. They did a good job, regardless of who you had winning, man. Clap it up for these fellas for giving us their time and coming up here and talking boxing with your boy Knockout, man. I really appreciate it. We're about to go around let everybody get some stuff off their chest, man, and get their last words. We'll go with Smoke first. Smoke, go ahead and give your last words, man. If you let everybody know where to find you and where you're gonna be at, man.
You'll find me in these YTBC streets. And for anybody who ever picked this dude on any round, you need to look in the mirror and slap yourself.
Smoke, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you, man. I'll catch you next time, homie.
Yeah.
All right, peace, man. All right, Kwame, go ahead, man. Give your last words, brother.
Yeah, man. Listen, man. The only reason this debate was even had any challenge in it at all is because the weed got good to me at the beginning of round 3. Otherwise, I started babbling. Otherwise, this motherfucker.
I'm gonna put a disclaimer in here for y'all lads, because y'all everybody want to smoke weed while they coming up here to debate. Like that shit works. That shit don't work, bro.
It's legal where I'm at. I mean, it's legal here. So, but yeah. I'm just saying. The thing that I'll say is that most Crawford fans like himself, they go and use accolades all the time, and it's a little unfair to a person who isn't in the same place in their career. You know what I'm saying? So I would just say that I stand on everything I said until I started babbling in the 3rd round. This guy is a better. He was trained better. People don't like to give like fighters their flowers, before they. And I get it. You like, well, he didn't fight anybody, or he didn't do this or that. But you also got to take a look at if fighters want to fight the person too. If fighters actually want to get in there. So the same way that we could give a fighter like Errol Spence high praise and think he was going to beat Kell Brook after beating what people call the 40-year-old Bundu and a Chris Algieri and a Van Herden, I don't see why Jaron Boots Ennis doesn't get the same respect as where he's at in his career. Because from the eye test, we're seeing something that's special. We're seeing something that's actually special. And people don't really understand that he's a boxing prodigy. We take that for granted a lot of time. Floyd was a boxing prodigy, and Boots is a boxing prodigy. And you know how you know guys are boxing prodigies? When they're young in their career and the network goes to them to give them a deal directly. Floyd got one from HBO. Boots got one with Showtime. So,
let everybody know when you're gonna be live, man, and all that stuff, because they need to go check out your content. Y'all go subscribe to this brother Lord to the Game Boxing Talk. When you gonna be live and what you got coming down the pipe, bro?
I'll most likely be live sometime next week. Monday. I'll put my link in the chat, and
yes, sir.
I definitely appreciate the judges and the panel. It's crazy because just like keeping it real. I was shocked that Southern T gave me the 3rd because I had went off topic in the first part of it, but I also felt like I rebutted to clean it up. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't stay on that. So, but I appreciate both judges and everyone taking their time to chat. And salute to you, of course, Knockout.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, bro. I appreciate you, man. I'll catch you next time.
Yeah. I gave you 3rd, bro, because at no point did you give Bud any, credit on shit. And Smoke was kind of, he was proving
that is not true. That is not true. I got it.
He wasn't, man. He ain't, bro.
This is what he said. He said,
I'm gonna let the debater go ahead and hop off, and then y'all can go back and forth on it.
I gotta hop off. Okay.
Yeah, Kwame. I'm gonna holler at you, bro. I'm getting everybody out one at a time, and then I'm gonna deal.
Smoke gave a whole 3-4 minutes, bro, on how good Boots was, bro.
I agree with that.
On how equal he was to Bud. I was like, bro, what is you doing? In my mind, I'm like, bro, what is you doing? So I'm like, huh? I'm confused. Why did you say me equal?
Yeah, when I debate, you gonna think I hate the person. Like if you heard me debating right side, you think I hate Devin Haney, bro. I ain't got nothing good to say about Devin Haney.
No point in no debate. nothing
at all, bro.
at
No,
all.
I'll talk to you after the goddamn
Bro, I
debate. You
can't
get
do
no
it.
credit.
I can't
You,
do it right
you
now.
trash. Your
And
chin
that's
is
really all it
horrible.
was, dude. It
Your
was just like,
defense ain't really that good. You got little pillows in your hands and shit. You get nothing from me.
Y'all literally could have the same defense. Your shit could be 0.1 or better. I'm gonna say your shit not better because it's not.
No, Knockout gave Dev credit multiple times. Now it is what it is. But look, man, the only thing I'm saying, I agree with you as far as smoke going on early, as far as talking about Boots. But then I came back and Kwame was like, man, Bud is a special fighter.
Both went off. They both went off, dude. I said that they both went off, but it was just, bro. I heard 3 minutes of him giving Boots love. I couldn't get past that, bro.
Hey man, it was a good debate, man. They did their thing, man. It's always tough to jump in that arena, bro. It's tough to jump in that arena.
Everybody that's talking,
it's harder to judge this motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie. I was way more nervous doing this shit than I was debating.
Yeah,
bro, I got 3 pages of notes, bro.
How could you do it?
I got 3 pages of straight notes just so I can.
We want people that take this shit serious, man, and judging serious. So I appreciate y'all's time, man. Y'all go subscribe to these two brothers. I want to go to Tito real quick. T, go ahead and let everybody know where to find you when you live, when you robbing the bookie, what you got coming down the pipeline, man. Any other things y'all got popping off over there with that great team y'all got at TWT, man. Give your last words to the people, bro.
Yeah, bro. You can find me on YouTube, Southern T Pound TWT. Make sure y'all visit the website so y'all can, find the whole team, the whole squad. I think it's about like 30 plus of us right now. You can find us all in one place. All our YouTubes, all our Instagrams, our Twitters, you know what I mean? It's a bunch of us, myself, G5, Ashley's Corner, Tim Skywalker, Yoda Wise in the chat, you know what I mean? Ricky Williams, you go to the website, t-w-t.com, you find all us, our own. It's one website for all of us, but our own personal websites are within that one website. So y'all slide through and y'all check that joint out, though. But I appreciate you letting me grace your panel knockout. You know
always,
what I mean? As a debater and as a judge, you know what I mean? This was fun. Their judge pressure a little different, though. I ain't gonna lie. I thought this was gonna be different. Their judge pressure different, though. But yeah.
Hey,
sir, I appreciate you.
I definitely gotta get your information, bro. Need you on the show as well. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, I'm gonna hit you up. Probably I'll come to your show or some shit like that.
For sure. Just hit me up. I'm gonna slide through this. Just let me know.
That's a bet.
I already appreciate you, T. I'll holler at you, man. Smoke already claiming robbery and shit. Smoke, you got Michael Fox, bro. Smoke like, y'all rob me. Y'all came up here, y'all rob me. There go Crush link right there. Y'all go subscribe to Crush. All right, right side, man. Give me your last words. Let everybody know what's up, man.
Man, once again, another great show. A hell of a debate. Man, I just want to give a couple tips, bro. A couple tips. When you before you get into this debate arena, make sure when y'all are debating about what the round topics are gonna be, right? Understand it. Don't tell me Knockout didn't send you the damn the topic. I don't want to hear that no more. I don't want to hear that. And the reason I don't want to hear it because I called him he the matchmaker, bro. And from everything I've seen, he's been very professional making these matches, and he makes sure he put that information out there. So if you're not checking your email, if you're not checking your text messages,
Nick J, they voted. Hold on, real quick. They voted for Loyal to the Game Boxing Talk. That's what the consensus was amongst the people. Go ahead, right side.
But if you're not focused and don't do that, man. Second thing is when you do agree on these topics, man. And I learned this in my first debate. I think our first and our last topic were very similar topics. You know what I mean? Don't put yourself in a situation if you lose one round, that means you're going to damn near lose the other round too. You know what I mean? Make sure you get those topics right and you make it as fair as possible, and give yourself the best opportunity for both debaters. You know, so and last thing, man, stay on topic. Make sure you know the topic and you stay there, man. But if we got Rocking with Right Side going on, man. We had KO on last night. We had a fire show, man. Appreciate you, KO. Love the energy you came with. Loved all the information you put out for the people. You know what I'm saying?
Sir.
Next week, man, we still working to get somebody on, but I believe we got D-Ray on next week. You know what I'm saying? The great brother D-Ray promotion. So I know he got one slot. I'm looking for one more slot to fill. I got 2 people there, and I'm just waiting for a response. So, man, we got Sunday night cookouts, you know, and we're still working to to figure out what day. I believe tomorrow night we're gonna go live as well. You know, so KO, man, appreciate you, appreciate the love, man. Y'all hit the like button, sub to the channel, and man, we definitely we gonna rock with KO, and hopefully y'all rock with the right side, man.
All right, bro. I'll holler at you, man. Appreciate you as always. Drink, let me tell you something, bro. Let me tell you something right now, man. This is truth country, fam. See, bro, y'all not gonna do this. Y'all not gonna do this to me, Drink. And you know I love you. I got nothing but love for you. But you're not gonna do this, bro. If this is EJ country, and I be lying, and I see you and I see Angry Mexican in here, tell me what I say about the Errol Spence Terence Crawford situation that's not true. Put it in the chat and let me address it right now. Appreciate that, Mike Biggs. Appreciate that, AJ64. Somebody let me know. And it ain't got to be Drink, all right? It ain't got to be nobody. Somebody let me know where I be lying. I mean, this is, he said, I'm not talking about you. I mean, bro, this is truth-seeking country. This is where people come to hear the truth. He said this is an EJ crowd. I mean, it's a Bud crowd too. People just on to Bud, bro. Like he be finicky sometimes, bro. Smokes, I guess it's F Bud around here. Nah, man, it ain't F Bud around here, man. We rock with Bud. I just want to see the fight, bro. I just want to see the fight. But nah, in all seriousness, man, I appreciate everybody coming up. Let me give y'all a couple of announcements. Announcement number one, I'm not live tomorrow. I still got some predictions coming y'all way. Those are gonna get dropped later on tonight. But I am not live tomorrow. It is my wedding anniversary. I'm taking some time off. I will catch y'all on Monday. But I got 2 videos that are uploading today. And then I got the prediction video that I'm about to shoot as soon as we still get off of here. Upcoming debates. I got 2 debates next week. Next week, I got a Canelo Alvarez debate going down. It's going to be between G5 Gabe and Black and Brown Boxing. That's next week, August 24th at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. All right. I got a guest judge. Boxiana is going to be judging that debate. And then I need one more judge. If somebody want to judge, you got to hit me on my email. But we already got one judge locked in. I'm looking to get another locked in for that debate. The very next day, on August the 25th at 8:30 p.m. Central Time, I got appreciate that, Smoke. Thank you, bro. At 8:30 p.m. Central Time, the very next day on Thursday, we got Glove Up Boxing and More versus boxing matchups with Dwayne Freeman. That's going to be Thursday, August 25th. At 8:30 p.m. Central Time, they will be debating Gary Antoine Russell versus Regis Prograis. Then the following week, August 31st, which is a Wednesday too, the following week, August 31st, I got my brothers Money Brown TV and Everything Boxing. They're going to get in the ring. They're going to debate against each other, and they are going to talk about Adrian Broner. The key question is Adrian Broner a Hall of Fame fighter? Money believes he is. Everything Boxing believes he's not, and they're going to debate that. So, man, we making debates every single day. Okay, yeah, I got Key. Never mind. I don't need nobody. I got my brother Key. Everything Boxing. So, y'all got to tune in, man. The panel going to be fire. The debate is going to be fire. I mean, the all-star cast. We got the 2 debaters, G5, Gabe, and Black and Brown Boxing going to be debating. Then we got Boxiana judging with Everything Boxing judging. It's going to be lit next week, bro. It's going to be lit. But then I was saying Everything Boxing and Money Brown TV, they'll be debating on whether or not Adrian Broner is a Hall of Famer. And I see my brother Crush wants to step in and be a judge for that one. So, Crush, you locked in for that debate on August 31st. And anybody else want to be locked in, let me know, man. Let me know. But I appreciate everybody, man. Y'all hit the like button on your way out of here. And you know, enjoy the rest of your night. Everybody have a good weekend. Look out for the videos that I got coming to the channel. Again, no live show tomorrow night. I will put it on the community page too. But again, we're not going live tomorrow. I'll be celebrating the anniversary with the wife. But I do got some content coming your way. The 2 videos that I just dropped today. And then I got one more video where I'm doing all my weekly fight predictions in one video. So you guys can see them and have them on while I'm out of town enjoying myself. But I appreciate y'all. Enjoy the rest of your day. And with that, we out of here. Peace out, y'all.